quiet.
Welcome to the Powertrip Podcast Live. You're now tuning in our Thursday evening chat with your host,
Charmaine.
and Saquon.
Welcome back, guys.
What's up to our returning guests? How you guys doing?
And for all of you who are new and just joining us, welcome.
Welcome.
So, every Thursday evening, we get together to discuss controversial topics surrounding family, relationships, and community.
Cute.
We have three main goals. Our first goal is to strengthen communication skills within our community. Our second goal is to expand our perspective so that we can all gain a greater understanding. And our third and most important goal is that we want to build exceptional families so that we can continue to uplift the world around us.
Yes.
So with that being said, hello.
What's happening, people? Please, if you're new, please make sure you guys like this video as you guys are coming in.
Yes.
If you're new, make sure you guys subscribe to the page.
Hey, doll. Hey, boo.
What's up, my G? What's up, Janae?
This heat.
Sure.
Oh, my goodness. This heat. We just walked high. It's draining.
Yeah, some.
But I'm glad you're doing good, Dolly. How are you, boo-biz? We have a really interesting topic tonight. I'm interested to hear everyone's perspective on this.
Me too.
Oh, let me share really quick on Facebook. Okay. Oh. Okay, perfect. But yeah. Alrighty. Well, as people start trickling in, I guess we can kind of start on the topic. So today we're talking about autonomy, and specifically within children. We're doing good, Boobies. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing good. Hey, Cousin Alethea. Hey, Aunt Chi-Chi.
Hola.
Aunt Chi-Chi. We got to call you. But yes, thank you, Aunt Chi-Chi and Uncle Chris. We love you guys, and we're so appreciative.
Yes.
You do have to call. Sorry, we've been running around. Last week, we weren't here. We had to go out of town. Saquon's grandmother passed away, so we had to make a quick trip for her funeral. So we've just been kind of all over the place. So sorry we didn't let you guys know we wouldn't be here last week, and on Chi-Chi and Uncle Chris that we haven't called you guys yet. We've just been running around. And also, before I forget and we get into the topic, I want to give a huge shout out to my mother-in-law, Mama J.
Yes. Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah. Rude. Today is her birthday. So yes, as my honey said, happy birthday, Mama J. We hope you are enjoying yourself. So today's topic is pretty interesting to me. So I'd love to get your guys' take on it and just see where we all kind of stand. And I want to definitely expand my perspective on this topic because honestly, I don't know, I really don't know if there's a right or, if there's a correct answer to this question.
Right.
Thank you, Aunt Chi-Chi.
Thank you, Aunt Chi-Chi.
So we're talking about autonomy and autonomy, especially in children. So for those of you who don't know, autonomy is, basically the right you have over your own body, the right to make decisions about your body and choices. And, every human being has some form of autonomy.
Yeah, and it can exceed past your body. It's just about your decisions that you choose to make,
Yeah. So when it comes to children, I was like, well, shouldn't children be able to have Auntie Beth. Hi, family, and hey, cousin, Auntie Beth. Shouldn't children be able to have some type of say-so over their own body? So when it comes to, we're going to go through a few topics, so we'll break them down, but I'm just going to lump them right now. Let's think about piercings, tattoos, hair, how do they want to wear their hair, what clothes they want to wear. should they have the say so to say, well, no, this is what I want to do. This is my body.
Yeah.
It's not hurting anybody. So I
And
should
I don't
be
really
able
want
to.
your input right now.
Well, not even. Well,
I
they
mean,
may get your input, but they still, it's their own
yeah,
decision.
they have their mindset on what it is that they want to do for themselves.
You're right. So let's start off something simple. Let's do hair first.
Hair.
Okay. Let's say, because so a lot of parents, you know, when your child is young, they don't speak, you decide how their hair is going to be.
Right.
So some parents for young boys decide to let their hair grow out. They give them braids, they give them locks, you know, they choose what they want to do.
Yeah.
Let's say your child turns 5 and they're like, well, I want to cut my hair. Or vice versa. You always cut your child's hair and they turn 5, or, you know, and they can verbalize and they're like, I want to grow my hair out.
Right.
Does your child get to make that decision? Let us know in the comments. What do you think, hon?
So hair. Hair. Okay. Hair, I guess it's free for all, depending on what you're, and I guess what's up, Munir?
Hey, Munir.
I guess to a certain extent, it's not even free for all because I have to approve.
So, okay, at all ages, you feel like you have to approve whatever hairstyle your child wants?
Not at all ages.
At 5. So what's the age range?
At 5,
when does your child get the autonomy to say, this is my hair, I either want to braid it, lock it, cut it? When do they get to make that choice?
That's a good question.
Let us know, guys. This is like, I was really thinking about this. I'm like, because I mean, it's their hair. You get to choose how you want to wear your hair. I get to choose how I want to wear my hair. Why can't your child say, hey, I don't want braids anymore, I don't want locks anymore, or, you know, I want to cut my hair, if they have locks or braids? Because it's your own personal, you got to think about it, it's your own personal desire for them to look a certain type of way.
I feel like oh, man. It's more so personal,
right?
Because if my daughter came to me and said, you know what, let's say she's 7 to 8, and she say, hey Dad, I think, you know, I just want a Caesar. I don't know what I would say. Like, I do know what I'm gonna say. I'm probably gonna say no.
Why?
Because I guess personal preference. I guess I see beauty in a woman's hair or something like that.
You heard NDRE's song, I'm Not My Hair?
I know. Like I said, it still go back to personal preference.
But why? So you think she wouldn't be beautiful with shorter hair?
No, I'm not. No. Maybe at this time she just wants to explore and not understanding the beauty of her hair.
But what if that's what she would
prefer?
Yeah, that's like, what if that's just the style she's going for? Like, she just wants
it shortcut.
Yeah, you don't have to wake up and do her hair every day.
You're right.
You know, she has to deal with that, or me.
Have to. Man, I don't know.
And that's a tough
one.
What
do you think? What do you think?
Honestly, I'm stumped. Like, this one has me stumped because I'm like, you know, in all actuality, I could just say, okay, I'd let them, if they want to change their hair, by all means.
Just do what you want, right?
Do what you want. But then I'm like, you want to do what? You want short in the back, long in the front?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Or like, let's say they want to dye their hair. You know, like, it's just certain things. It's just like, it would be, honestly, I would know though, it's my own personal dilemma. Nothing wrong with my child having a desire to do something with their hair. Right. It would be my own personal dilemma.
I know this is something that I don't like.
Well, I don't even know if I'd like it or not. I just know it's a change, and it's a drastic change from what I'm used to.
What a lot of people used to.
Not really.
But not saying that you don't see it, but I guess in our life, you don't really see kids walking around here with dye in their hair.
Hun, where have you been? Nowadays, this is a new day and age, honey, hun.
You seen this outside.
Yes. With
At
little
an
kids.
all-time high. Like, you seen this just like that. It's just a common thing for you.
Maybe not like melanated people, but I see young kids with their hair dyed, and maybe, or like young girls will have braids with added in color and stuff like that. I do see that. Aunt Chi says, when it comes to non-permanent changes, I'm all for having autonomy.
I'm all for a child having autonomy.
Okay. So, and hair grows back.
Right.
So for hair then, Aunt Chi, you would be comfortable with your child deciding to either cut their hair or grow their hair, or wear their hair however they want. Because a lot of people are attached to hair. A lot of people have a hard time, like their child may come to them and say they want a certain hairstyle, and a lot of people have a hard time saying, okay. They're like, no.
I mean, I was that. I mean, not a certain hairstyle. I mean, once my mother decided to say, all right, it's time to cut your hair, when I was like, I want my hair back, it was no.
Oh, so you experienced that, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. I know what it is for somebody to be like, no, you can't do this to your hair.
Yeah. And how did that make you feel as a child?
It was annoying. You know, it was annoying. Like, I wanted to do something to my hair and you keep telling me no. It made it just made the trip to the barbershop very unpleasant. I never really wanted to be at the barbershop.
Right, because you didn't want to cut your hair.
I never really wanted to cut my hair. And then let's say you let me go like 3-4 weeks, you know, and now I'm sitting here playing with my hair, my length a little bit. I really don't want to go to the barbershop, you know?
Yeah.
So that was it. But other than that, it didn't really bother me too much, because once I got into a point where I wanted to do it myself, I did. So
yeah, I think it can definitely affect children, and you got to be careful, because, like, let's say our daughter would want to cut her hair. Some children will find scissors and even
and do it anyway.
Yeah, and even sometimes it's not even the style they're going for, but some children play in scissors and think they're doing some styling and stuff and cut their hair.
And you know what? Looking back on it, right? When I think about, because ego is not a bad thing.
I shaved my eyebrow. Go ahead.
Oh wow. But yeah, so ego is not a bad thing, right? I think ego is just part of your personality and about how you feeling. Like, so I feel like maybe if I was able to do what I wanted to do with my hair, then maybe I probably would have been maybe way more confident than probably what I was.
Right. You would have been able to self-express in a more comfortable manner without feeling like you have to just either follow the norm or be judged or whatever.
Yeah. Rather than coming to school after I got my hair cut, like, oh, yep, just got my hair cut, I'll be coming to school like,
check me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Check me out. But, so my G's.
First on
go ahead.
Let's see. My son, Z Squared, decided to cut off his beautiful full head of locks, and it was tough. Took a lot to get used to. It hurt. Yeah, I think as like parents, you get attached to your child's hair.
Yeah.
But his hair, his choice. And especially if like you kind of started it for them at a young age, and that's just how you know your baby.
Yeah, and that's the big part. That's how you know of them.
Yeah,
like,
and then
you don't know. There's no other than when they was a baby. Right. It's like you don't know them as someone with
and it's a change. Haircut. Like especially with children, I think like any big change, it's like it's tough for a parent because it's like they're growing up, they're becoming little people.
Right.
All right.
My G says, that's a tough question, but I would encourage their individuality and support their choices. I believe I raise strong-minded, intelligent people that explore their options.
No, I love to explore my options. Okay. So I guess so let's to wrap the hair part up. I guess because it's not a permanent change, hair can grow back. Dye, it can be temporary dye. It doesn't have to be permanent. So that's more so of a let them explore, try certain things out.
Right.
May not be easy. Excuse me, but something to consider.
Right. Okay.
Go ahead.
So that's hair. What about clothes? Is it okay for your child to wear what they want when they want?
That's a toughie because children are so. Oh, let's see. Munir says,
No dying until high school. Everything is cool for us. No? Okay.
I think that's fair too. What about what about like temporary, like a little highlight or something, not a full dye?
Or what about cutting? What if she wanted to cut her hair?
Yeah.
You know, in middle school, what if she says she wanted to say, hey, I wanted to rock that short cut?
Hey.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, clothes. What were you saying?
Children are super creative and have such imagination.
Right.
So think about your child loving like a princess outfit or a wrestling outfit or whatever type of costume you have in the house that they just love to wear all the time.
A child could go on the whole day.
They're like, I'm going this, like you say, okay, get ready for school, baby. I'm gonna let you choose your outfit. And they come down, mismatched shoes, costume on, like,
and they're gonna be that character for the whole day.
I mean, there's no shame in their game. No. They're pretty confident. It really, once again, it comes back to you. But I do think there should be some type of balance with the clothing.
Yeah.
Because, okay, with hair, I feel like as long as it's presentable, we can rock with you. We can rock with you, but you still do represent our families.
Right.
So it's like, I don't want to deny you of your creativity, and I don't want you to feel like you can't express yourself. But let's do it in
subtle way.
No, not subtle, but let's do it in a, like, if you're gonna do something different, like, we have to make sure you swag into it something different. But then again, it's like, well, who am I to judge what is hot and hip for them? Hey, Dane.
Right. What's up, Damien?
Oh, miss you too.
And we miss you too, man. Yeah, we had it was just a week off, right?
Yeah, we had 1 week off.
We skipped a week. Skipped a week. My grandmother passed away. We was in New York over the weekend. It was a long week.
Yeah, but we're back.
Yep, and we're back at it.
Yes, sir. And we're talking about children and their own autonomy.
Yes.
So we discussed hair and when does your child get to decide what they want to do with their hair. Right. Now we're talking about clothing. And like, when or do you ever let your child just wear whatever they want to wear out the house?
Right. Like, you ever be in a grocery store or out and you see someone's little daughter with a big old princess dress on? You ever seen that before?
I haven't.
I have. And
I've seen them with bathing suits. Remember we were in the store in Whole Foods and they were in the bathing suit?
Damien says, my deepest condolence. I just lost my grandmother last November.
Oh, sorry
to hear that too. I'm earnestly praying for you and your entire family. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Get into the topic.
But so I have seen that, and you said we seen someone in a bathing suit before.
Yeah, they were walking around Whole Foods, and the little girl was just in a swimsuit. But it's just, so go ahead. What were you saying about it?
Well, I don't know. It stands out, like, you know, and I kind of wonder if I had a daughter, would I be okay with it?
At the grocery store, see, yeah. Oh, guys, this is like a really tough thing.
Yeah.
For me, because I honestly feel like
you think about presentation a lot too.
Yeah. So I honestly feel like a lot of it would be a personal issue.
Right. Because
a princess outfit, like, oh, that's cute. You know, not the time, like, it's not really the place for it. Hey, Navarro.
What's up, Navarro?
Right? Never. It's like, okay, this is really tough.
Yeah. Dame says, I like freedom and expression in that aspect, but I want to give them pre-selected outfits and they get to choose out the different outfits.
I like that, because you kind of give them some choice.
Okay, that's teaching them. That's teaching them to be. I cannot get this word off my tongue.
Huh.
And I wrote it. The title of the podcast.
Autonomy?
Yes. There you go. This list. But anyway, that teaches them. But what if they know where their clothes are?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, you know what, Dad? I saw those 2 outfits you had for me, but I decided I wanted to wear something else.
You lay them out clothes and you say, all right, you got these 3 outfits. they go and they draw, come downstairs and something you just did not
looking
pick
like
out.
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve. No. You can't. We not. Okay, you know what? And see, now I can't say no.
Well, you know what?
Because
I
sometimes,
think, go ahead, baby. Sorry.
But sometimes the character that a boy is into is just not a princess. So now if I'm going to
let her
say,
wear the princess.
Yeah, if I say you get to walk through Sprouts looking like a princess, my son got to be able to walk through Sprouts looking like Scuba Steve.
No, but I think what I would explain is that there's a time and there's a place.
Right.
So I would let them know that, yes, sweetie, you look great. Okay. You are doing it. Scuba, hey, swimming with you. But there's a time and a place that you wear this outfit. So when we go here, this is the type of outfits that you wear.
But where are we going where my child could dress up like Scuba Steve?
Trick-or-treating, I don't know. Halloween party, crazy. They got little themes at school. Crazy wearing something day. Maybe. Talent show.
Maybe. And they can play dress up at home.
Yeah, and at home. So I think that would be the best approach because like I said earlier, I do feel like we go out, we represent our family.
Right.
When our child goes out, they're going to represent us. So I do still think not that I just want to be so wrapped up and materialistic and caring how people are going to judge our children. Mm-hmm. But I do want them to be represented in a manner that, shows families' self-esteem and that they're well taken care of, cared for, and things of that nature.
So do you think, though, it's a certain age where a child may, and I guess this comes into autonomy, right? Do you think it's a time where they begin to actually understand that?
I would think so.
Even if they was doing this imaginary stuff all the time, there's a point where they understand, all right, well, I'm going to school, I'm going to work, I'm going to church, I'm going to a birthday party. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so because you have let's say they're in a sports team or something. Mm-hmm. You can explain like that, okay, well, when you go to football practice or basketball or cheerleading or whatever you do, you wear this outfit. Mm-hmm. So there's specific outfits for certain things.
Yeah, your practice outfit's not your game day outfit.
Exactly. And so I think if you explain it to that way, it starts to click. And then as they get older and they also visualize the world around them, they'll see okay, so there is certain things you do at certain times.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, hi, baby.
Dame says, I'll buy clothes according to the different styles of my children if I had multiples. Laugh out loud. But I would give them the option to pick out which pre-made outfit as they get older.
I like that. Dad
would have steered them in the right direction. Mm-hmm. Navarro says, they can choose from the options I pick.
Okay. I do. I like that. I like giving them options so they still feel like they have a choice.
Right.
So it's you're making sure that the outfit is presentable and, put together well.
Yeah.
But you let them go in and say, okay, I like this one. I want to wear this. Mm-hmm. I do like that.
And Aunt Chi-Chi agrees with you. She says, I want my children to look well cared for, especially in this society. Mm-hmm. And being people of color, unfortunately, representation matters.
That's very true.
Yeah, that is true. Dame says, if they go behind me, then I correct them and let them know when you get to a certain age, you cannot pick out your outfits, and even after you choose. Your outfit is subjective to me till you turn 16.
So after 16, then they can just go buck wild? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That's the time you probably see the wildest outfits.
Right. So again, I do think so that was young. We're talking about children wanting to go out in crazy imaginative outfits.
Right.
Then as they get older and they start exploring styles, you may have especially young ladies wanting to look a little bit more spicy.
Yeah. And you got some boys out here think, all right, well, I'm older now, let me sag my pants.
No. So there's just certain things I still think that I would, again, hopefully we would have instilled it in them already. Mm-hmm. But they have outside influences as well.
Right.
But we would just have to kind of let them know certain things. Because, if you think about it, back in your day,
Back
You guys,
in my day?
yes, you guys are wearing a lot of baggy clothes, big old shirts.
Why you say back in my day like you're not older than me?
Because I wasn't wearing that. So, but I mean, I was wearing the opposite.
I wore baggy, but I didn't wear too baggy, but I wore baggy.
No. What size shirt did you wear, hun? Because it was an X something.
It was an X?
Yeah, and you're not.
I don't think I ever made it to a 2X though. Maybe I did a 2X before. Maybe a 2X.
That's large. And that's when he was like in high school. So imagine he was swimming in that shirt.
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What you mean back in my day? Hey, colleague, you know you were wearing the big shirts too.
My shirt used to come like right
here. A dress.
Yeah, it used to come like right here.
A whole dress. Look, you looking like what's that guy?
Was it Kelly, y'all?
Yeah, was it Kelly? Okay, look.
Oh,
okay,
man.
Sorry, guys. All right.
Dame says, there's a time and a place. We ain't going to no wedding, and you're dressed like Sharp Boy and Lava Girl. Exactly.
Yeah, that's not how you represent in the family. I'm sorry.
Yeah, not today. You're not.
Not today.
He says, train up a child in the way that they should go out, that they should go, and when they are old, they will not depart from the teachings. Right.
As we pray.
Y'all on point tonight, sounding like parents.
Listen, we're trying to prepare.
Right.
And Khalid, you know you were in
learning from the village. Khalid, I don't think he wore big clothes like that. I don't think that was really in their household like that.
Okay, so then maybe not back in your day, young buck.
Yeah.
All right, and then
no, but that's family. That's his lifestyle. That's part of that. What we're talking about though. Mm-hmm. That's why they didn't do that.
Okay, and is it?
Go ahead.
How do you pronounce it? Annery. I don't want to mess it up.
I don't want to chop it up.
Hey, girl.
Either.
Hey, thank you for joining us. Hi, guys. I'm Munir's girlfriend. Love your podcast. Thank you. I agree with the comment about a time and a place. For example, you could wear whatever you want to the grocery store, laugh aloud, but to school, pick out of the options I choose. And to piggyback off the 16-year-old comment, girls can develop before 16. So check-in outfits from junior high is important. Oh, yeah, I got it right. Thanks.
Yes.
Okay, that is so true because these young ladies, not even young girls, they look older than they are and they can develop. I don't know what's in the water, GMOs and all that, but they're looking older.
And what age do you think that you, by experience, right, mm-hmm. probably started trying to push it to wear things that you was like, I know I'm pushing it?
According to Dan, middle school, because he was trying to run. My older brother used to try to run my whole life, you know. But yeah, so you do have to be very mindful, and also I think it's really important to make sure you just instill, especially in our girls, that okay, I understand wanting attention. I was a young girl myself. But there's a way you present yourself and carry yourself. And, you know, especially having a father in their life to kind of teach them certain things on how men should treat them and stuff like that is mm-hmm. important as well.
Yeah, I think a big part of just giving your children something else to look forward to. Mm-hmm. Things that kind of motivate them, drive them, and shape their reality. Because when I think about a lot of the females that, you know, were wearing a lot of wild things, a lot of the stuff came out of entertainment and music and certain things and kind of just bled into society and flooded the whole wave of stuff.
Yeah. I remember when we used to all rock jersey dresses.
Yeah.
All right. So Dane says, not buck wild, but promoted personal style. But again, all outfits are subjective to me. Okay. So you get the final say until they're out the house. I like it. All right. Colleague says he didn't wear baggy stuff for real. His stuff just fit for real. Good job, colleague. I'm glad you didn't go through that phase.
For real.
For real.
Maybe a 2X, bro. I blame Chingy, Soulja Boy, Snoop Dogg.
Seriously.
But see, that's what I'm saying. All that stuff came from like entertainment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even the Jersey thing.
Cameron, all of them. Mm-hmm. Annery says, what about boys? No sagging. Listen, if I could see your crack, there's a problem, Jack.
Yeah.
Like that's no sagging, no Oh, so your mom was big. Your mom and Papa J were big on CJ when he used to have like the bandanas.
Yeah,
Remember?
they
The
didn't like him
phase.
wearing certain colors and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that one's a tough one. I think that more so has to deal with environment because people worry about like gang related things occurring.
Right.
When it comes to like colors and stuff. Sagging for me is just unattractive. Like, pull up your pants. I don't need to see your boxers. I don't like, it's just not attractive to me.
So, okay, yeah. So colors for me, it depends on if you like, you have to be pressed about it. I got to be, my child would have to be pressed about it.
About wearing the
if
color?
It was, yeah, for me to say something.
Nah. To wear a color?
Yeah. What? Because like I said, they have to be pressed. If I know it's gangs here and stuff like that, right? I still will say, do what you want to do. I don't care. But if they are getting pressed to a certain extent, I'm not gonna let my child put themselves in a predicament where something may happen to them.
Okay, if it's protection wise, but right. Not just like if they like a color, you can't wear a color because you want to wear this color all the time.
What?
Like, because you made it seem, well, from what I was getting is that you were saying if they really like this is their favorite color. Right. So, people have colors that they just wear often because it's their favorite. You're going to say no because they're wearing it too much?
Because they're wearing it too much?
But you're saying it's just
if
based
it's a
off
gang
of a
issue,
safety thing.
Yeah, based off the safety thing.
That makes sense.
And even then, if you've been in this neighborhood for a while and these guys know you like that, do as you please. I don't care.
But we're not going to be using that.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, if like, as far as colors with boys, that's how I feel about that.
Okay.
Girls, I don't care about that. Boys, I do.
All right, then that's why your daughter gonna be. Nah. Because you're like, I don't care. She's a princess. She's the main one out there.
Yeah. As far as the sagging thing, I'm gonna have to tell I'm gonna make sure that I tell my son not to. I'm not really necessarily the supporter of it. So you're not gonna do this around us at all. But I can't tell you what to do out there, and I will hope you're not doing it out there.
I can tell you what to do out there. Let me catch you sagging in these streets.
I don't know.
Pull them up by the bootstraps.
Because I never sagged like everybody else, but I had me a little sag. I'm not going to sit here and lie.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
What you mean you sure did?
Because sometimes now.
Oh, in the house?
Yeah. But it's your... Yeah,
because I don't do that. I don't do that outside.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say you did.
What? You was talking about what you be doing? That's what you laughing at? Yeah, you play around too much.
Well, that's why you shouldn't sag. Nah. And I may have to do it to my child too. Getting the message.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was made for.
Stop it.
All right. Dame, what are your Dame says?
Dame says, I went through all black phase. Black everything. And my MySpace name was Black Panther.
You was Black Panther before Wakanda. Okay.
Was at it now what?
Be it no was at a certain age.
Certain age and clearly
or be it now. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. At a certain age and clearly didn't have a friend to stop me from wearing that.
You didn't have real friends.
I had my face too though of the all black thing. Dane says, young girls already won just by walking in the room. It's my role and job as a father to validate and tell her worth daily. So when a knucklehead come up spitting game, they'll know what's up.
Yes.
Right.
I think like we talked about, I believe 2 weeks ago, you got to speak life into your children.
You do.
Boy or girl. Like
right.
They have to have that self-confidence for themselves. Know that nobody, God forbid, can pull the wool over them.
Right.
They have to love themselves, feel beautiful, intelligent, confident for themselves.
Yeah. I don't want my kid to be fazed by outside entities.
Yes.
Dame says, no sagging. That's never been something that was even considered by me. I lied. I was trying to be down at one point and my father knocked me down and he was tougher than any Crip or Blood. Yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying. When it come down to that, then, like I said, it depends on where you at, where that kind of start getting into things.
The sagging?
Yeah. No, the gang stuff.
Oh.
But no, the sagging, nah. I don't know if there's any place in the world where anybody tells you that you have to sag.
I think it was a phase and it was popular at one point.
Yeah, you're just doing it because everybody
Nowadays,
else doing
you
it.
see people. We've seen someone in the airport.
Oh man!
I mean, with a belt on. That just like, sir.
I did that.
You know
before.
how you look? Oh,
I did that before.
Well, you know, we all have pictures we can go back and look on.
No,
yeah,
I don't got no pictures like that
though. Were you wearing?
I don't got no pictures like that.
No, but you have things you could look back and still be like, what were you wearing?
Yeah.
Or why'd your mom dress you like that? Or you know, like you just have things where it changed over time. Yes, you do. Because I seen a picture and you were like, man, what my mom had me in? It was this big old suit. It was a little big for you. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
But same. I think everybody, you could look back, like hairstyles back in the day were different, things like that. Okay. So that was clothes. Let's talk about piercings. And this one's a really interesting one because a lot of us, not us.
Piercings and tattoos. Yet. Let's mix those together.
Okay, but hold on. For piercings, I just want to say this first because a lot of people take the choice away from their child in the beginning. A lot of parents will pierce their daughter's ears.
It's almost like a part of some type of initiation.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what is it called?
Ritual?
Yeah, like a ritual. But that's something that happens. So should you, like, is that kind of just I guess it's a force, but should you actually wait until your child's older to make the choice on whether they want to get their ears pierced themselves? And then what if they want piercings that are just not in the ears? What if they want their nose pierced, their nipples pierced, some other things pierced?
Yeah,
So first let's talk about piercing your baby's ears.
Okay. So
piercing an infant's ears. Should we be waiting? Or do you guys just think, it's cool? I honestly don't know.
I don't, all right. So, I think people be doing things like when kids are babies so that they get it out the way.
Right. I agree.
And they don't have to think about the pain later in their life. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what it's for. But I'll be honest with you. I think that it should be up to the child.
Okay.
I do. I don't want to, like me, for instance, I battle that a little bit. If I had a girl, I kind of want her to have earrings, but then I think about it too. Like I could give her a bracelet and a chain. Like if I want to give her some jewelry, yeah. So, but I do think about it. But I think in a society though, I think some at some point they would want to. Like if I had a daughter, me, if we had a daughter or a son, I have 2 earrings in my ears. My son might want the same thing. You wear earrings. My daughter might wear the same thing. She might do it when she playing dress up and stuff like that. So eventually she'll ask.
Right.
Which
is fine.
Which is fine. But it's her choice. It's their choice.
Yeah. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's fine to just pierce your infant's ears? Because I think it's something that we probably don't really think about. Like, I didn't really think about it until we started bringing up this conversation. Because it's something that's just done. Yeah. It's been done. Like, I believe my ears were pierced when I was a baby. My cousin's ears were pierced by sibling. Like so many people we know ears were pierced.
And it goes to that point to where what's abuse? Yeah. What's abuse? Because
then we can go to circumcision too, because that's a whole nother.
That's another one.
But yeah,
I think circumcision is different though.
No, because they don't, as a baby, they don't even get anesthesia, and they just tear off the pain.
Okay. And for what they have to go through to do it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. For that, yes. I think the reasoning behind it is different. The reasoning why people would do that, comparing the reasoning to ear piercings or something like that.
Yeah, I think there's a mixture because that's just another circumstance. Yeah, ear piercing and circumcision are so touchy.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth? But it's interesting to me because I have no judgment on, people who do it, Because honestly, I just feel like it's something, like I said, we've done for so long. And if I think about it, I don't remember getting my ears pierced as a young, infant. But I remember seeing pictures, looking cute as a 3-4-year-old, my ears pierced and having my jewels. But it's like, should we really be doing that to our infants?
I remember. I remember very faintly. I remember
getting ears pierced.
Yes.
Well, because you weren't a baby.
I couldn't have been a baby.
Yeah, you weren't.
How you know?
Because boys don't usually get them done as a baby.
Yeah, but I was really, really young.
Really?
Yes, I was really, really young.
Like less than 5?
I don't know if I was less than 5. I don't know, but I was really, really young. I remember I almost could remember the place.
I remember my ears closed, and I had to get them done again as older, and I was so scared. But it didn't hurt as
same
bad.
here, and that was okay. So within my home, right? When I first went to go get my earrings, I could only get this. I was not allowed to get this.
Right, because that was also a thing for men.
Yeah,
you only could have one ear pierced. Had to be the right.
I think it was the right side.
Yeah, otherwise it meant some things.
Yeah.
Chichi said people get so emotional. Both are body modifications, not strictly necessary. That's true.
Right.
And there are tradition to contend with. Very true. Very true. Okay, so we'll leave the infancy alone, because we're not getting too much feedback. Guess it is a little touchy. But what about your 13-year-olds, 13 and up, coming to you and saying, hey, I think I want my nose pierced, my belly button pierced, my tongue pierced, my nips pierced. What if they come to you and say that? Oh, okay, hold on one second. All right, Anna-Reese says, we pierced the baby's ears at 6 months, but for me, it was about not causing pain. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But I think it still causes pain.
It could. So it could, because sometimes you'll see a baby get their ears pierced,
right?
And it's like a shock.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily painful. So, and some babies don't cry, some do. So
you could feel it though.
But it's it's a quick pinch. It's also when people get injections. So it's that initial shock may be the reason people cry.
Okay, right. But is the pinch pleasant to you?
No, but it's a temporary, short term. But I don't. It's that's what I said. It's hard.
Yeah,
it's both ways. It goes both ways.
Chichi says no private areas can get pierced as a minor.
Okay, I agree.
We're not having that.
I agree.
Not at all. Anna says, right, it's a quick pinch.
Yes. And you gotta make sure you have a good person doing it, because some people getting it, grabbing your ear up.
Yeah. So in that sense though, the age doesn't matter. If we're going to experience the same thing.
Well, age, see, the reason why age would make a difference is because you didn't ask permission.
Right.
So it's about, if we're talking about autonomy of your child, then that's where it will play a factor.
Yeah, but I'm saying as far as it was about not causing pain.
Right.
It's we both going to experience the same. If anything, a child would experience it on a more fragile level than I would, right?
Maybe not. Who knows? That's the thing. Everyone has a different pain tolerance, and even as a young child, their pain tolerance may be different. Some people may be super sensitive as an adult,
right?
And their child be they fall, bump their head, knock into things, and they bounce back up, and
which they do,
not even care. So I think it depends on the actual person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chichi says, I'm okay with pretty much every other piercing that can be removed easily for professional settings. Really?
Or concealed.
Does the tongue, was the tongue piercing count then?
A tongue piercing, I'm not sure how they would conceal. I'm not really sure what they do with the tongues, with the tongue piercings.
I know they can do a clear one.
Maybe a clear. 13's kind of young for a tongue. So for me, I'm stumping myself.
Yeah, I feel like the tongue one, I don't know if I could do it yet.
I remember me and my cousin Booby, we wanted to get our belly buttons pierced since probably 13. And she ended up, not at 13, but she ended up
getting one.
Yeah, later on in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one that I did want. I mean, I don't think that one's a bad one, but maybe after 16. I can't do 13.
Yeah. For a belly button piercing, I could see myself saying, okay, like 16, 17.
Right, like, just wear this clip on until then.
Maybe 17. I don't really want you to do it anyway because, you know.
What?
We talked about it too.
What?
The whole belly button piercings and stuff at one point. Maybe I'm growing though. Yeah.
You're growing. Chichi says, go ahead, baby.
She said tongue piercings close quickly, so that would be a no. But isn't that a good thing?
Okay. Well, but there's no point in getting your tongue pierced if you have to take it. Like she's saying, if you can take it out in a professional setting.
Okay, gotcha. Man, it closed that quick. She also says that couldn't be out for a day or so without clothing. That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah. Huh. So I guess so for Anchichi, it would be whatever can be in a professional setting, whatever can be hid or concealed in a professional setting is okay. So let's see.
They said, "Yep, my mom told me I couldn't get it until I was 18. Laugh out loud, and that's exactly when I got it for my 18th birthday."
Okay, it was 18.
That's exactly how this worked out. My left earring.
Hey, cousin Let.
Hola, cousin Let. I went right to the place on my birthday. And
that's funny. So y'all were waiting. Y'all were itching for that piercing.
It's that thing where it's like I've been asking for this for years, and I'm serious about it.
Yeah.
It's I don't want it. I don't want it for whatever reason you think. I like it. And Annery says no piercings besides the ears until after 18 only because they may regret it They may regret it later in life, and even 18 may be too young. I agree. That's how I feel about the hair situation.
Well, hair can grow back before 18, hon.
I mean, I know, but still.
Okay. She said, has it been that long, Janae, since you had her belly button pierced?
Oh, that's crazy.
Hey, Miss Marie. She said, I barely survived my ears being pierced. Scared but happy. Aunt Marie. That is funny. Yeah, so piercings, I do like that. Nothing but ears until 18. Because really, like, what do you need all the extra for? And I would say maybe like they can do clip-on. Like I maybe would compromise and say you can do like little clip-ons.
What about multiples?
In the ears?
Yeah.
My mom has multiples. I mean, they're cute, but I don't know. I guess if you're getting, I mean, well, you got your
remember when people
pierced.
Had
that I forgot what that's.
It was like a bar.
Oh, the bar. They used to have a bar, and then some people used to pierce right here. Yeah. People have been piercing everything. Yeah. So I think for piercing,
you old, Janae. It's been that long.
How come?
I'm messing with you.
Hey, doll. I'm not sure why you can't see everyone's comments. Are you on the Powertrip page?
You could. If you're on the abstract control page, you're on another channel.
Yeah, but this time I sent the Powertrip. I sent the right one. Aunt Chichi says, I wasn't allowed any piercings at all till I was 18. Excuse me. Now I have 15 plus piercings. So really? Wow, Aunt Chichi. Did you have a desire for most of those piercings before you were 18? That's another thing. I feel like sometimes when you don't let your child do something, then afterwards they go
off the chain.
They dive on in.
Maybe
like, listen, I wanted this, and this, and I'm about to get them all.
Yeah.
So what about tattoos?
Same thing. It's the same thing.
Not till 18?
I'm different with tattoos.
Why?
I'm okay with my child getting a tattoo like 16.
Well, I don't know. See, and that's interesting.
It depends on what it is.
No, 16, because you know why? If we're talking about possibly
21 for the tattoo?
Yeah, I'm with you, Annery, because if you're talking about regretting, think of a 16-year-old mindset. Like, for one, I feel like if you're going to get a tattoo, my personal opinion, it should be meaningful. And if a 16-year-old just wants to get something, best friend tattoos, best friends forever. Yeah. For one, a lot of little high school relationships don't even last. And then two, You're gonna have to. We can get you some custom made little water ones, the temporary ones.
So I get what you're saying. I mean, I have a friend tattoo after I was 16, and me and the person not friends. But but this is what I'm also saying. It's about what you getting, because that tattoo has more meaning than me and that person. Like, yes, we got it, but we got it because of the meaning of the tattoo. Not, you understand what I'm saying?
It has to be meaningful.
Yeah, it got to be very, very meaningful. You know, it has to encapsulate a lot before I would say, tell my 16-year-old, go ahead. It has to have a lot of meaning.
I'll be like, listen, baby, just draw it out. In a few years, if you still want this, I'll go with you.
You gonna try to lead them on and try to drag it on until they're like 18?
30. No.
Yeah. And I guess, well, since you feel like that, I mean, I'd have to say,
you have to wait.
Maybe, yeah. I'd say I have to tell the kid, I have to talk to your mom, and we could try to make a deal for 17. We could try.
We'll see you on your 18th birthday. Talk to me then.
18.
What are them grades looking like?
Well, after they're 18, they can do whatever they want to do.
Maybe, maybe not. Some children still have the respect for their parents that they still want my counsel. Okay, and I think that's what my angels will do. They'll come to mom for the counsel.
Nah, but I got tattoos though. Then they be like, well, Dad got tattoos.
That's before he met me. And he knew me, but we weren't really there yet. So.
Oh, like you would have stopped me?
I'd have been like, what are they doing? Oh, okay. That's fine. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I wouldn't mind them getting tattoos in the future. I don't have any tattoos. Mm-hmm. He has 2 tattoos and would like more.
Right.
So it is from a different perspective, but I would still want my child to wait until they're older and just know, because your mind can change. I mean, granted, they have tattoo removals and cover-ups, but you don't go through all of that. Just wait. Okay. Aunt Chi-Chi says she just wanted her ears pierced. Hold on, baby. She was desperate to get her ears pierced as a child. Then she dove right in. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll wrap it up after this.
Okay. Anna says that's a huge comment.
She also says they have henna and temporary tats that look dope.
They sure do.
Maji says no tattoos for me. You wouldn't put a bumper sticker on a Bentley. However, I do like tattoos on other folks, but not my body.
Yeah. Who were we talking to when they were like, yeah, I think Shanice, your sister, when she was like, yeah, just think about how tattoos look when you get old and stuff like that. Your skin sag. Well, no, first of all, we're going to be some hot commods when we're old, because we're going to be in shape and healthy. So we're going to be toned. Skin's going to be moisturized. Yeah.
That's why I never tried to make myself too big. Like, it's hard for me to really gain weight and do like all of that.
But if you get super muscular and then you lose
weight. I'm going to, like, if this is like my natural weight, right? I feel like I'm going to get back to this when I get old. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me get my tattoos at this weight. And I don't really need to be this big buff person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that I stay in the clear.
You'll be good. Anna said commitment. That's a huge commitment.
Tattoo is like wearable art.
Indeed. And there's some really beautiful, beautiful tattoos. I'm not going to lie. People are super creative.
Right.
However, again, I guess like kind of what Aunt Chi-Chi was saying with the piercings, and I guess times are changing to where you can have tattoos and piercings in professional settings, but there's certain things that you really can't cover. And then I remember there was a phase where people were getting that tattoo at the lower back, on their lower back. And
I mean, that's not a good phase, but
no, it was a big phase. And then a lot of them regretted it later.
Yeah. It's a tramp stamp.
Okay, I didn't want to say that, but I did hear it being called that. But it was kind of like, labeling yourself or whatever, even though I don't think all the women were hooches.
No, I don't think a lot of people were just being followers.
Yeah.
Just like the sagging thing.
Yeah, and actually I had the little temporary, I think we did
in the back?
Sure did.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
cute.
And y'all in there putting the tattoo on each other.
Trendy.
You see?
It was temporary, so we didn't get the real deal.
See, it's crazy that girls usually follow that fresh stuff. Guys don't follow.
Well, I didn't know it was a fresh. No, hold on. Back when we got it, I didn't know it was
called
nobody's tramp stamp.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. A lot of those things, like even like we said, like the stuff that come from entertainment and media and stuff like that. The people that's picking it up, not really viewing it as.
Hold on, I gotta stop you right there. When you were young, and they had the cigarette little candy gums, did you try it or not?
What?
You remember they used to have, and you had some. So don't talk about some girls be trying to do all the fresh stuff because
that's
you
not
out
fresh.
There, that is fresh. Thinking you grown.
That's open. That everybody doing it.
No,
no. When you in New York, the smoking thing is so common. It's just like another thing, and it was just oh shoot.
No, but then
I get to make the.
But you know that crazy? Y'all?
I get to make the cloud.
They had candy for kids,
and it was gum. It was gum.
Cigarettes.
It was gum wrapped up with a paper that had like the powder.
A little powder. Yep, I remember that. Aunt Marie said tramp stamp. Where did that come from? I don't know. I don't know how we knew that's what it was called, but it was I guess it was a thing.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Let's see. Blue Biz says, like girl, we was trying to do too much when we were younger. But right, we did not know about the tramp stamp term back then. No, that thing came later on in life.
Yeah, it said it became popular in the late 1990s, early 2000s.
Yeah, so we were a little older.
And see, but it says it gained reputation for its erotic appeal.
Oh, so that's why they called it that. You know what? They just try to demonize women for being out there womanly.
Call them slag tags.
Oh. Let's see. Anna Reese says facts. It's so bad shaking my head. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess okay. So to conclude, hair, we're gonna give some freedoms. At any age, kind of give some freedoms there. And maybe we have to self-reflect and deal with why or why not we may or may not like a certain hairstyle.
Right.
Marie says most of my friends in my age bracket has the stamp, honey. Marie, was your generation. That is too funny. Man. Oh man.
They thought they were being sexy.
Yep.
Passing it down.
That's crazy. You know what? A memory lane type party would be so cool. You remember like chokers?
Oh man.
And like we had so many things.
Really?
Oh
yeah, I did hear about that.
I didn't know that.
Charlamagne said it's a cognac and red cup type of night. You don't drink, so
okay. Sure. Red Cup Boys? Isn't that Kevin Hart?
Plastic Cup Boys.
Oh.
But yeah, Cousin Let says, our view on tattoos and piercings come from colonial mindset?
The Europeans.
Or our ancestral, cultural, and tradition.
Talk your stuff, Cousin Let, because
all right. I'm glad you brought it up because I was gonna bring it up because I'm like,
okay.
I was.
Papa, you okay?
I wanted to. What? What you said?
Nothing. Go ahead.
What did you say?
No. I'll tell you later.
I'm gonna rewind this when we get off. 58 minutes. Please, y'all go catch that too, because I want to know what the heck she said. But as far as our ancestors' cultural
beliefs,
traditions and stuff, beliefs. Some of our culture had tattoos as far as rite of passage, or it symbolized a certain
going into manhood, like
milestone or whatever, or achievement within your life. So a big part of it is society. It is this European whole outlook on things.
Yeah, we were colonized.
Yeah,
they snatched our culture from. That's very true. They really did. But I do believe, though, it's still different, because if you think ancestral, cultural tradition, there's meaning. Once again, there's meaning behind what we're doing, why we're doing it. This is a special thing or a rite of passage for you. We're not just getting tramp stamps and
true. But let's think about those big what they called them,
the earlobes.
Yeah, with stuff like that. It's not necessarily presentable in our society, but that came from our type of culture. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
And
I mean, well, a lot of things they still, were taken from our culture and put into, society today.
It was taken from our culture and put into society today.
But still, they lost the meanings behind why our people did what they did, why they did what they did.
Right, but there's also things that are not accepted. You understand what I'm saying?
What's not accepted?
Like certain symbolism, it was based on symbolism and cultural meaning. There's certain things that should be okay with being practiced. That's not.
Like what? The earlobes?
That say stuff like that.
People be rocking them big.
I mean, yeah, but is it accepted?
Maybe not the lip one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't think neither one of them really accepted.
Well, it depends. Only so now it's goths, or like skater peeps.
Do these people getting good jobs and being able to take care of themselves to the extent that you think? Because I don't see it.
I don't follow their whole
I only
life
see that
story.
Type of stuff at I don't see high quality jobs like
white collar jobs.
Yeah, white collar jobs, high paying jobs. I've never seen that type of stuff.
Yeah, maybe they own the business, so they don't. You don't see them.
What?
I'm just kidding. I don't know, but yeah, no, I agree. I do think that our society has been colonized.
Yeah.
And so a lot of our thoughts now are different.
Yeah, it's based around.
And no longer aligned with our ancestors and the cultural practices that they did. So I agree.
Yes.
Cousin Let does say, though.
We have doctors and nurses.
With them at work, but not super large. So with like the earrings.
Oh, okay,
gauges, I think they're
gauges.
Called.
That's exactly what they call.
Yeah.
But not super large. Okay, yeah. So they're not it's to that extent where you're not really allowed to express yourself freely still, to that extent, because I don't think that it would be accepted to.
But that's what I'm saying. It all boils down to the meaning behind the practice is no longer present. Now it's just a style. So even with tattoos, the meaning behind why they gave certain tattoos is no longer part of the tradition. So now you're getting a tattoo just to express your own whatever.
So what you're telling me is this.
What am I telling you?
If that meaning was still part of our culture, the American society would have to accept it as so? Is that what you're saying?
Partly, because if you think about the Amish or Jewish and things like that, you have to accept that they're going to wear the attire that they wear, or their beards and things are going to be the way that they're going to be, or or we may just stay close knit in our group and only come out when necessary, need be. If we still had our cultural practices.
So I mean, there's people that do. There's people that still practice some of them things. That's all I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Like
you said, there's people that still practice some of those things here in America.
Yeah.
African.
You don't think that there's people out there that still kind of practice African cultures and at least try to?
Right. But what are you saying about them?
They will never
accept it. Are you trying to prove a point here? Talk about something. Thank you.
I mean, this is what I'm trying to say. It's just what I'm saying is there's stuff that we can't, it's just not going to fully be here. You get what I'm saying? Like that. Like, it's just not accepted. It doesn't matter that the message is not
I'm not talking about, what are you talking about? I'm not saying what someone's going to accept. I'm saying what Cousin Let was saying about, are we thinking from a colonial mindset or an ancestral mindset? Mm-hmm. The mindset is colonial, correct? Right? We can agree on that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is because we don't have that linkage anymore, it's not, there's no true meaning. It's not a rite of passage on why people are doing it. So just because our ancestors did get tattoos and piercings. The reason why our children today would want them is not for that same purpose. So it's more of a fad or a fashion statement now versus actual meaningful traditional rituals. That's what I was trying to say. Not whether society is going to. You ain't do no ritual when you got your tattoo.
It's not.
Stop it.
It's not about ritual.
It was meaningful to you, but I'm saying it's more so self-expression versus it actually being.
It didn't come with a milestone, I guess, or anything like that.
Well, it just didn't come from what you guys are saying our ancestors did. It didn't come from it being something someone else is doing for you because you,
but we don't know.
I know. I talk to my tribal folk.
No, you don't. I'm pretty sure somewhere in there they had tattoos about their interests, what they loved, and things like that. Somewhere, it's some cultures out there that's tatted up.
Hun, you can't say so. We don't know. So we don't know for sure, guys. So we're not gonna just speak on things we don't know.
Yeah. My G says, "Oh wait, let me see.
They only accept what they steal in gentrify." I agree.
Right. My G says, "It is not acknowledged and accepted until the colonizers want to glorify our styles." I'm done.
Mic drop.
Cousin Les says, "Yep, TT. That's the truth."
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. So even it comes from us. They know that it comes from us, but when it's giving back to us, it's still a linkage to our culture. It's just
the meaning is sucked out of it.
Yeah, kind of.
No, it is. All right, so folks, we're gonna agree to disagree on that because what meaning do you think is still present?
Huh?
What meaning do you think is still present?
They're the meaning behind tattoos. Period. I think there's a deeper meaning behind just general tattoos. Like I think that I think that's something. Like so the same way how
tattoo artist did your tattoo, he was explaining to you the history and the meaning and stuff.
No, he didn't. But I mean,
so he should know.
You go to a locksmith. You go to a locksmith for a new key or something like that. He ain't not about to tell you all the history.
You're talking about hair, like a locksmith. Oh, naturally, I'll tell you the culture.
Or you could go to a hair salon. They don't just start telling you the history. They actually not talking about anything doing with hair sometimes.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're coming up on that hour. So thanks, Dolly. Please make sure you like, comments, or you guys have been commenting, and subscribe to the video. We appreciate. Oh, let's see. Oh God.
Yes, we do appreciate you guys.
Hold on 1 second, baby. Sorry.
Cousin Let says, for example, the type of medicine Shar practices was looked at as witchcraft and negative until they came around and started doing it again.
That's true.
Right.
And they still some people still call it witchcraft.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like now the way they teach it to y'all, right? It's kind of like, okay, yeah, it does this. This is how this worked. Da, 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 da. But I would assume that in our culture, like it just was a little bit more complex. Like use this during a certain time. I don't really know how to explain it.
Well, it was different traditionally. The way I was taught, though, we did learn some of the esoteric and ancestral meanings behind some of the herbs and stuff, and also how they even discovered what herbs were good for you and which were not. But there's still a lot of our medicine, traditional medicine, that we wouldn't know.
Understand.
Because a lot of things weren't written either. It was like oral traditions passed on.
Why they did it or how they figured it out. Completely.
Most of how they figured it out
was pretty much trial and error. Yeah. But the moment that it was discovered to say this worked this time,
Yeah.
So but that's what I mean though. That's all I mean is that now it's back, but
it still lacks the meat.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
all
anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
Oh gosh.
Anyway.
We love you guys. We appreciate
wrapping it up for tonight.
Yes.
Thank you for coming back this week.
Yes. Let us know any other topics you want us to discuss for next week. You can write us at the Powertrip. Because why are you looking at me like that? The Powertrip podcast at gmail.com. Love you, Dolly.
Love you.
You can follow us on Facebook at the Powertrip Podcast.
Yep.
Instagram
at the Powertrip Podcast.
Yes. And again, make sure you like the video, share with a friend. And until next week, love you, Cousin Let.
Love you too.
Peace.
Deuces, people. I don't know if y'all noticed, but she always like freeze and smile.
I do. Babe.